Delta Tango. We are approaching the camping area here. Let's keep a tight formation and prepare for scuttle deployment.
That bit of corniness, ladies and gentlemen, is my husband. Overland Expo, here we go.
One of our goals at Overland Expo was to look at possible replacements for our rooftop tent. We've loved our CVT for the last 5 years. And now we're looking for something that is a little more weather resistant and ideally offers some interior space to make longer trips more comfortable. Maybe a sleeping platform in our 4Runner would do the trick. Tess is gonna give it a go. Can you fit all the way out with the seats there? No?
No, oh, look at my feet.
Yeah. Not quite. No, Porter. It's not your 4Runner.
We would also roll into each other.
Yeah.
There's enough in the middle there. Say, like, just me sitting on it normally, I was already going.
Yeah.
So that would be good.
Yeah, maybe not. Our next stop was at the Equipped Expedition Outfitters booth to check out the AT Overland Atlas camper. These wedge-style campers only weigh a few hundred pounds and provide the interior living space that we're looking for. Plus, with the optional insulation liner, they provide excellent weather resistance. All right, we're looking at the 4-wheel camper. What do you think?
Pretty nice up here. You got a decent amount of space. You can make more sleeping room. You have a kitchen.
I'm gonna take the camera and show around.
Yeah.
It's recording.
Pardon my shirt shot here, people, but nice little kitchen system. Sink. Bed. It's actually nice and cool up here. It's like 85 today, so this feels pretty good. It's neat.
Next, we checked out the Earth Cruiser EXP. This is probably our dream rig for a Pan American highway trip, but for now, it's a little bit out of budget. Matt Swartz from Overland Journal gave us a tour of his Super Pacific camper. We'd consider this another strong contender since the product is made in Oregon, super lightweight, and has a very airy interior. It is also much more in budget. One last option that we were very curious about is the Oru Designs camper. Unfortunately, these guys couldn't make it to Expo PNW this year. Their innovative fold-up hardwall design is very intriguing for what we're looking for. For future updates on our camper hunt, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. We won't be in the market for a new car anytime soon, but it's always fun to dream. Toyota had the all-new Sequoia on display. Might not be a bad option if we ever need to replace the 4Runner with a 7-seater.
We're not gonna have that many kids. I think I'd rather have the Bronco instead. The expo featured a really fun little Bronco experience. We got to do a ride along with a professional driver and see how the Bronco handled off-road.
I'm not looking.
No, you're not.
I'm driving by instrument, just like a pilot flying the airplane.
Yeah.
So you still need to be aware because you get sucked into here and then all of a sudden you forget.
This was our first time experiencing the Bronco off-road. We really liked its handleability, and the technology in it was pretty impressive. It's definitely a car we would consider in the future.
Wrapping up the inaugural Pacific Northwest Overland Expo here.
And our first Overland Expo.
So it's a good time.
Yep.
Hearing that event print went pretty well.
Yeah, everybody seemed to think this will kind of bypass other expos in popularity, which we're okay with. It's in our backyard.
See how that goes, but yeah, cool to check out a lot of products, talk to some people in the industry, and meet up with some other Pacific Northwest Overlanders.
Yeah, good times. Stand like right here. Is this good?
Interesting.
Yeah,
you're
totally fine.
in a shot.
Just in the shot.
Yeah.
You know,
Pulled into Expo Camp.
Here? It's a
Big
nice
group
spot.
of people here. We'll show off all the rigs. I don't know everybody's Instagram or YouTube handles, but we'll tag
learn
them
as
as
we
we
go.
go along.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll give you a little walk around. Due to an oddly specific burn ban covering BLM land next to the Deschutes River, we gathered around an imaginary campfire and chatted about the day with our new friends. The conversation also revolved heavily around dogs, since, well, there were a lot of them.
Having some cast iron potatoes, some asparagus, and gonna be putting some Sister Smokehouse pork chops on pretty soon here. Be good.
Yum.
Be really good.
What are you doing?
Some walking the wind because we set the stove up in the wrong direction. So,
Didn't you say in our last video that this has never blown out on us?
well, it's first time for everything, isn't there? Dinner time.
After dinner, we decided to move one side over to set up camp, since it was a little bit quieter and more protected from the wind. This turned out to be a great call. Porter.
What does that do?
Sun setting down at our little Overland Expo camp here. Turning out to be quite a beautiful
Really
night.
fun night.
Yeah.
And the wind is thankfully dying down too.
Yeah. Good times, good people. And the spot does not suck.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Good night.
But if you kind of go back to the left little trail that takes you up there, and you kind of go down beside the lake, and it takes you kind of to the left, you cross up to just open meadow, and then there's basically, you know, the Alps of, the Alps basically. And so you have open meadow.
I at least got one layer of sunscreen on today, so
Smart.
we brought it.
A little shadow chasing.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. We're good. Don't worry about it.
We brought it, yeah.
The next morning, we woke up early to a hot tent and a very done dog. With the temperature only getting hotter, we said our goodbyes and headed home to get our dogs some much needed air conditioning.
We had a great time at Overland Expo this weekend. We had an even better time getting to know the new people involved in Winston and Kim's camp. It's fun to interact with more like-minded people. and hear their stories of camping and adventures on the road. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll see you next time.